All right, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you're joining us from today or when you might be listening to the replay. Welcome to the first Broadcom Mainframe Education Update webcast of 2021. We have a lot of great information to cover today, but before I hand you off to our awesome education team, just a couple of housekeeping items from me. Excuse me. First, if you have questions along the way, please feel free to put them right in the questions box, right under the GoToWebinar control panel. We'll get through as many of those as we can during our time together today. And if there are questions that we don't get to for one reason or another, or if something's a little more complicated and we want to take it offline, I will make sure that the team gets everything they need to follow up with you. Second, we are recording today's session, which is why all your lines are muted. The replay will be available out in the Broadcom Mainframe Education community, either later today or tomorrow morning. And the last thing for me is we want to make sure that these education webcasts are providing the information that you want. So I pulled together a quick survey that will pop up at the end of the session. If you could stick around for a minute or two at the end just to give us some feedback, we would really appreciate it. That's it for me. So I'd like to hand you off to one of our instructional designers, Amy Flanagan. So take it away, Amy.
Great, thank you, Len. So the first thing that I want to talk about today is around accessing our courseware. And as you know, and we like to talk about quite a bit, our web-based training is entirely available at no cost to customers who are on active maintenance. And I'm going to pause here just momentarily. Len, are you able to show us the slides here?
You're not seeing the slides?
No, I think I'm looking at a local.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hold on. Sorry about that, everybody. I thought I was already sharing. There we go.
Okay, all right, very good. Thank you, Len. So as we were saying, our web-based training is provided at no cost to our customers on active maintenance. Occasionally, though, we find that our customers experience some challenges when they're trying to access our training, and this is due in part to a couple of prerequisites that are out there that not everyone is aware of. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk with you just for a moment about these prerequisites, and then after this, we're going to take just a minute and look at the actual mechanics of logging in. There we go. All right. So of the prerequisites, and those are listed there in the left and the center of your screen, the first thing is to ensure that your account is set up for enterprise access. There are two options for account access, enterprise and basic. Most of the time, our customers are set up for enterprise access, but occasionally there is basic access. With basic access, you're not able to access the web-based training. So how do you know if you have enterprise access? Well, I have a link right here, and as Len mentioned, these will be available, where you can go to our self-service bot and just type in and find out within a minute or two whether or not you have enterprise access. If by chance you're still at basic access, you can follow the instructions in the knowledge document here to make that change. The next thing, the next prerequisite to be aware of is you also want to ensure that your profile contains your site ID. The site ID is very important. We use that on the back end to verify that you are eligible to have the no-cost web-based training. And again, if you don't know what your site ID is, or you don't know if your profile contains your site ID, you can go ahead and use the instructions in the knowledge document referred to there to request your site ID. So those are the prerequisites to get yourself set up for online training. And the last item with the clock there, I'm actually going to have Len advance to the next slide because it'll make more sense, I think, when I talk about it there. So here's the process for accessing training. You'll log into broadcom.com, you click on Mainframe Software, and you click on Learning at Broadcom. After you click on Learning at Broadcom, you'll see the splash page for our learning platform, Learning at Broadcom. And the clock refers to the wait time. If you have just registered, or if it has been at least 3 months since you last accessed training, there's a 24 to 72 hour waiting period until the web-based training is available. So although you may be able to search and find the training, or excuse me, you may see the instructor-led training out there, you won't see the web-based training for 24 to 72 hours. And in addition to the information on these slides, in the upper right, we do have some more links to the how-to process as far as how to get to education. We have a PDF, and we also have a brief video that covers that. So that is pretty much all I wanted to cover on this topic. At this point, I want to send it over to my colleague, Angelica Giraldo.
Thank you, Amy. Perfect. So what I'll be covering would be what's new and coming from a web-based training perspective for CA Mainframe's Broadcom Education. Next slide, please. So since the beginning of this calendar year, January 2021, I'd like to point out that my slide is reflecting that we've released 18 new web-based training or updated web-based training courses. By the end of the day today, that would be 20 web-based or 20 web-based training courses. So 2 additional courses will be released before the end of the day today. Some of the products that we've released training for are CA1 tape management, Datacom. For the CA Endeavor course, we updated the Git for Bridge for Git content, so that new course is out there. The follow-on course will be will be released before the end of the day today. To follow on the list, I also mentioned IDMS, Intertest for Batch, several WBTs are out there, CA Librarian, and so on. If you're not sure where to find the latest and greatest courses or all of the courses from a mainframe perspective, I have provided a link at the bottom of the page to our course catalog. I will mention that I highly recommend that you bookmark this link instead of downloading the PDF file. And the reason for that is because as we update our courses or the PDF file itself, I want to make sure that you're always looking at the latest and greatest, and the link will take you to that. Next slide, please. In terms of what you can expect over the next 3 months, we are continuing our effort for CA cleanup, releasing our web-based training courses, so repurposing the content from the ILT modality, the Instructor-Led Training course. We want to finalize our CA FileMaster for Batch courses, as well as we have an effort underway today that I believe we mentioned in the communities for CA Workload Automation ESP. That content that we have today is the Instructor-Led Training courses, and the first 6 or 5 modules of that content have been released. We plan on releasing additional web-based training courses over the next 3 months. CA TPX, Top Secret, from a CA Vantage, the web interface will be focused on that module, and then CA XCOM. Next slide, please. What is one way that you can connect with us? So Broadcom Education is in the communities. This is the link. So in the title, I provided you guys with the links to our learning paths as well as our course catalog. Connect with us, join the communities. This is where either myself or my team will post new courses, updated courses. This is where we may request your feedback in terms of, are you looking to be a volunteer to review a course in its beta version? So we're looking to communicate with you, understand what challenges you may be having. Did we miss a topic on a product course that you think it's significant enough that we should consider for a future update? Let us know. We're definitely listening to you. Next slide, please. I think my next slide is really to introduce Donna Amaral, that will be discussing digital badges. Thank you.
Thanks, Angelica. Hi, everyone. Len, next slide, please. Thanks. So in April of 2020, we launched our Broadcom Mainframe Digital Badge Credential program. And this allows you or enables you to earn a digital badge and showcase your mainframe product's knowledge. Our Broadcom product badges will primarily require you to pass an assessment that will validate your product knowledge based on the training discussed by Angelica or your years of experience. So completing training is not required to earn the badge. We know that many of you have been using our products for many, many years. So simply passing the assessment will earn you the badge. We have partnered with Credential, an industry-leading digital badging program vendor who manages many badges for many large companies. And some of you may already be using them for other badges that you may have earned. So using this platform, you can easily manage and share your badges on social media, such as LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can also share your badges in your email signature. So on the left-hand corner, down in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the link to the Credential Acclaim platform, which is where we host all of the badges, and there's the image of the landing page there on the right. We have over 51 badges that are currently available to customers, partners, and employees, and the intended audience is described in each of the badge descriptions. So going to that badge page, you can look at the different product badges as well as the education program badges that we offer as well for programs such as the Vitality program, the Mainframe Academy program, and the ASE program as examples. Len, if you could go to the next slide, please. Thank you. So looking at the Broadcom digital badge page, when you drill down into a badge that you might be interested in, and here's an example of the Datacom badge, each of the badge pages has a description of what the badge represents. There could be up to 4 levels, from foundational to expert. It describes the earning criteria. And as I had mentioned, most of the earning criteria right now requires you to pass that knowledge assessment. The knowledge assessments are found in Learning at Broadcom. So once you have successfully logged in per Amy's instructions, then you will have visibility to all the web-based training and the digital badge assessments. The easiest way to find the digital badge assessment is to search on the course code that is provided in the badge description as well. When you've successfully passed and completed the assessment, within 24 hours from that time, you'll receive an email from Broadcom via Acclaim with instructions on how to accept and share your new digital badge through the Acclaim platform. So you'll actually go onto the Acclaim platform. There'll be a link there. You'll just create an account for yourself, and from that point, you can manage all of your badges and share them in whatever way you would like. We're continuously adding badges. As you can see just from the number that we have right now, we haven't even been out there for a year, and we already have over 51 badges, 17 specific to products. And we do have many more in the queue to continue to share. So keep an eye out on the communities. We announce all of the new badges on the Mainframe Education community, as well as the specific product communities when they are available. And you can also check back onto the digital badge site here regularly to see anything new that's been added as well. So thank you, Len. And up next is Kelly Vaverka and Magda Kuparaka.
Thank you, Donna. So I'm very happy to be spending this time with all of you today. As mentioned, my name is Kelly Vaverka, and I'm the Broadcom Program Manager. Along with my colleague, Magda Kuparaka, we lead and execute our Mainframe Instructor-Led Training. We also manage the Mainframe Academy and Mainframe eLearning library offerings. So I'm pleased to share a bit about these programs today. So first, let's talk about our Instructor-Led Training. We have courses available across a variety of products, including Endeavor, ACF2, Top Secret, CA7, and Workload Automation ESP, just to name a few of the more popular courses. This is training that can range from 1 day to several days and is taught by subject matter experts, either internal to Broadcom or through one of our official education partners. We're holding all classes virtually at this time, and you can view a list of available classes either in our course catalog or in our learning paths, both of which are available in the Broadcom community pages online, as mentioned by Angelica. Since our focus is to bring you the education you need at low or no cost, it's possible to take these courses at no charge. And this would depend on the availability of Broadcom's internal instructors, as well as the flexibility on part of the students on when they can attend the classes. Alternatively, if timing is an issue, students can go through ProTech to attend classes for a fee. This would offer the flexibility of either taking a class that's already on their public schedule or arranging for a private delivery on a specific date for students from a single organization. In order to schedule instructor-led training, you can either contact myself for North America and Latin America requests, or Magda for EMEA and Asia Pacific requests. Alternatively, you can contact ProTech directly or register for an existing class on their website. And as you can see there under the how, there is the email that you can contact at mainframe.education@broadcom.com. And there is also the link to the Broadcom schedule of courses that ProTech offers. So moving on to our other offerings, we have the Mainframe Academy with Broadcom. And this is an intensive 6-week boot camp. It's vendor agnostic, meaning it does not focus on any vendor's particular product. It focuses on the technology. It's focused on developing core mainframe skills at a foundational level. The only requirement for success of the program is a computer science background. The curriculum is project-based, simulating how mainframe challenges would be identified and solved in the real world. This program takes a blended approach to learning, and that means that it utilizes web-based training, instructor-led training, as well as hands-on labs. The content is split into 2 units, which conclude in review sessions and exam prep. And then there are a number of mastery tests throughout the content. There's also 2 certification exams and a capstone lab. So successful completion of the program results in certification and a badge. The price for the program is $13,000 per student, which is at cost for Broadcom. It's keeping it in line with our focus on keeping our offerings low cost and accessible. The students continue to have access to the web-based content for a year after the conclusion of the program. So moving on to Mainframe eLearning Library. This is a subscription-based offering, and it's a unique blend of web-based training courses that include general mainframe technology and then also Broadcom Mainframe product education. This offering is one of the most efficient and cost-effective ways to train mainframe staff, whether you're looking to specialize skills or just expand on existing knowledge. This offering is scalable, global, and affordable. Aside from the content itself, the subscription includes concierge service, comprehensive reporting, the ability to earn digital badges from IBM and Broadcom, a number of existing learning paths, and even the development of custom learning plans based on specific training goals. As you can see here, there is a tiered price list, and even at tier 1, the value to cost of this offering is remarkable, and it just gets better with additional seats purchased. So if you have interest in either of these programs, please feel free to contact myself or Magda for more information. Next slide. I'd like to just close my time here with a few words about the Mainframe Open Education Program. The Mainframe Open Education Program is sponsored by the Open Mainframe Project. It's a community partnership focused on open sourcing mainframe learning roadmaps and knowledge transfer. The vision is to offer all mainframe users a platform to develop skills that are most critical to future hires and to allow for the collaboration and contribution from community members. Doing so will make it easier for hiring managers to plan and co-develop valuable assets, much of which resides in the minds and archives of our respective organizations. So the program has created a place for mainframe experts to share and consume the tribal knowledge they've gained through years of experience. A board of experts will promote submissions within standards of quality for the end user, all cataloged in a consumable roadmap orientation. There's a wealth of knowledge that can be passed to the next generation. So we're asking you to join the community, contribute to the growing collection of content, and to reach out and communicate with other members. As you can see on the slide, there's a link for more information as well as a Slack channel that you can join. So with that being said, I'll now turn it over to my colleague Magda to talk about our ASC program. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Hello. So I would like to introduce to you 2 programs for new to mainframe. First program, ASC, Associate Software Engineer program, is focusing on building technical mainframe skills. So we've heard over the years how critical it is to build and cover growing skills gaps in the mainframe space. This program was initially established to train exclusively our internal technical staff as a part of the onboarding process. To address customer concerns about mainframe training challenges in their organization, we decided to open ASC program for them as well, about like a year ago. Program is providing mainframe foundation knowledge and take students through all technical basics. As you can see here, there is a dive into ZOS, JCL, Rex, and Assembler, and many more. We're also including soft skills, such as Agile, to enable fresh mainframers to work in a team. What is special about this program, it's built and delivered by our own experts with experience in the real mainframe world. There is a lot of hands-on workshops, labs. When it comes to locations, typically we run it a few times a year. In North America, that would be Pittsburgh office and Plano, and in EMEA, that would be Prague office. Well, naturally, right now, because of the COVID, we're running this program virtually. This program is available to you, to those of you who are our active on maintenance customers at no cost. What we are working on now is new updated content. So we want to make sure that there is as much as possible hands-on and labs. And we are also working on materials that students can eventually take after the course and just review. What is coming down the road is also program batch. So those students who will successfully pass the exam after the course will be receiving the program batch, which is stating that they have mainframe foundation. If you are interested, contact either me or my colleague who is a global lead, Jen Scott. Okay, and please, let's go to the next slide. And the second program, Mainframe Insight for Senior Leadership. So we are also finding that there are many newly appointed executives to mainframe that haven't been in the space for years, or they have minimum or no experience with the platform. So recognizing this gap and wanting to do something about it, the mainframe division at Broadcom has addressed this by developing this program. The objective of this program is to help these executives understand the mainframe so they can make the right decisions. Well, they have more context, business background, and understanding of why the mainframe is critical. What we have done, we've met with the executives and senior leaders at customer sites already to further understand what is they would want to see out of this program. And we believe this program is very unique at the mainframe space. This is not a technical deep dive. Our topics came from our customers. So our team of subject matter experts build the content and address it at a high strategic level. And it is directed towards senior leaders and their role. Most important, real world cases studies are included. So what is the next step? If you know a leader who would benefit from the program, please feel free to reach out for more information. And I will turn it over to Tara, who will tell us about the Vitality Program.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name's Tara Stubert, and I'm the Education Curriculum Manager for the Mainframe Vitality Program. I work with product teams to create a very intense deep dive product training for 5 products that we have offerings for right now. I'll tell you what they are, and then we'll take a look at the journey that we go through. So we have 2 database products, the Datacom and IDMS products. In our DevOps space, we have Endeavor, and that also includes some of the modern user interfaces. In our security space, we have ACF2 and Top Secret. So basically, we created the Vitality program because we saw a lot of declining resources out there that have mainframe skills. A lot of folks are retiring, moving out of mainframe. So what we've set out to do is create a sustainable workforce in our product space. We do this a couple of different ways. We have a partner that brings folks in that are looking for career changes, that want to be involved in mainframe, to have a new career path in mainframe. We also have this open to our customers. So if you all bring a new hire on board that is new to mainframe, or that you just need to gear up or skill up on one of our products that you have, then we can plug your new hire in at any place along the path, or an existing employee for that matter. So basically what we do is, for those that are net new to the mainframe experience, We actually call them residents because it is a very long and involved program where they get have a lot of mentoring, both internally and then at the customer site. So we identify who the candidates are and bring them in to the Mainframe Academy, where they learn a lot of the basic mainframe discussions. You know, what is ZOS? Just the basic skills that Kelly spoke to. Then they move into our new hire Associate Software Engineering training, where they get a lot more hands-on practice and a little bit deeper dive into the languages. At this point in time, we assign mentors. We'll have an internal mentor for the product space that they're going to move into, and then if they have already been identified to move into a customer, then we'll identify a mentor at the customer to reach out and start working with them as well. At this point in time, they do go into the product training, which is a 5 to 6 week, 5-day-a-week, very intensive training that they learn how to become that product administrator. So we are skilling up administrators for these products. Then after that, we have them, since we're virtual now, it's been a little more difficult, but they go to the customer site where they work side by side with the customer mentor for several weeks, a couple of months, and then at some point we determine that they're a good fit with the company, and then the company can hire them. If they're already your employee, then they'll be skilled up and ready to go and understand your environment as they work alongside one of your internal mentors. So basically, there's a health check that is also performed free of charge for your environment. And this is typically at no or low cost if you are currently on maintenance. So Len, go ahead and move to the next slide and we'll let them know who to contact. So the Vitality team, you can get more information at the broadcom.com/vitality. We'll take you straight to that website landing page. You can email mainframe.vitality@broadcom.com for more information. So Neil Cash or Earl Dixon will pick up the emails and reach out to you and discuss if this is a good fit for your company. If you have a new hire or if you have an employee that you just want to cross-train on one of our other 5 offerings, they'll be able to help you get them started and enrolled into whichever piece of this best fits them. And that's it for me.
All right, folks, thanks very much, everybody. So I also want to point out that you can join us on these various social media outlets, LinkedIn, the Educate channel on YouTube, and then, of course, on Twitter, and also the communities. I'm your community manager, so I encourage you to do that. Now it's time for questions. So I don't see any questions in the questions box right now, but we'll give everyone another minute or so to type in their questions. I will also take this opportunity to remind you that we do have the post-event survey that's going to pop up when I do close the session. But we'll give you a moment to type your questions. But if there aren't any, then we'll wrap up. We can all get on with our day. All right, I don't see any questions coming in. So education team, thank you very much for sharing this with the community today. And to everyone who joined us today, we really appreciate your time. We know there's a lot of webcasts going on these days, so we really appreciate you giving us, I guess it's a little over half an hour of your time. We're going to do these quarterly, so we will so keep an eye out in the Mainframe Education community for that announcement for the next one, and we will see you soon. So have a great day and rest of your week. Bye, everybody.